What's going on with you, Ethan?
Yeah, I'm just putting the arms in.
Gotta go more.
I use the grease because it's a little, I like using the grease for the arms because it's a little bit more accurate.
Oh, you can change it to degrees if you want.
And I just use seconds to fully raise it up. So if you do degrees.
So from here, what would you do next?
Go forward.
No, but what do you need to know in order for your code? Yeah, I know we need to go forward, right? You know that. What information do you need?
Well,
You don't want to guess.
How far is it?
How far forward do you need to go to get the arm, right? Because you don't want to just be like 10,000 forward, right? Because then it's going to run in. So from here,
The turn's kind of crooked.
but you can still guesstimate, right? Or you can still, not guesstimate, you can still educationally make educated, right? So you're already here, you're in position now, so take the measurement while you're here, right? Go ahead, take the measurement. No, it's not set up. You gotta set it up. Go to this side. Hold on, he's making the measurement. So that way you have it. So that way you're not wasting time, right? But from there you can go, once you have this, you can go forward. You know the next thing is just close the arm a little bit, and then you can turn and go to the. Doesn't matter which one. Just go. That's 260. Okay, so you know your next code would need a 260, but you need to open your arm a little bit more, right?
Yeah.
Because it's not wide enough.
That's kind of the problem because that means I have to do the same thing, but all the other code is needed. At least it's gonna open more when I try to grab the box as well.
And we got, yeah.
0.5.
Not going far enough.
How does it not see that?
It's got to go further.
I'm gonna explode. Literally.
So, if what I want you to do, so what are some things that might be happening right now? Because you have the code in the if section, right? So what are some things that might be happening?
Maybe I did greater than, could be.
It could be you put a greater than, but always double check right now to make sure the measurement, right? Make sure your sensor, he's got it, Jalen. Don't put your elbows on here because it makes dents.
14?
So 14, so you know your measurement, did you use less than 20?
I did less.
So you would check your measurement, make sure it's less than 20 centimeters.
Yeah.
You would also make sure you put a less than,
Yeah.
and make sure you're using the correct port, right? Because it should activate right there, right?
How come? Mine doesn't work too.
How much are you adding on your degrees, Jalen?
Even though I
There you
add
go.
so much, it doesn't even seem enough.
So from
We
here,
need to go forward more because the turn's kind of cool.
okay, go forward a little bit more.
It's over 2
Fix that look. Here.
It needs to go a little bit more forward.
After it scans the well?
Yeah.
Okay, you can do that.
I'm also gonna change it to degrees.
Okay.
Okay, that's a good. That's not too good.
I mean, you can even make it go even more forward. Like the more forward it goes, that more that wheel will turn, and then you can clamp it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm like, I was thinking of.
It could be too because these are. So look at your build. These are up, right? You want to have them out that way.
Well, no, they are actually, but
Oh yeah, right.
that's just the sense.
Missed the line. So you gotta go farther forward on your
No, I
first.
have to actually hold it onto it and pin it. So I kind of. Yeah.
So it has to be. So
Turn
I
is
think it has to be like this.
The turn is so crooked.
Well, you need to go forward
Yeah.
if you want to.
And,
Like maybe like another 15 minutes.
and can those arms open up even more?
Yeah.
Open it up all the way first, and then go all the way forward, and then clamp around it.
Yeah.
Open it up all the way.
That's why I tried going for the tail because I noticed that it was good.
But if you open it all the way, you just gotta get that arm around the tail, right? And then it'll clamp it. You need to go further forward. Yeah. Needs even more forward. Try like, cause how much forward did you go? What did you use?
Mine's 1,090.
No.
I moved forward 200. But I didn't move forward.
Yeah, try 360 on it, and always use like one wheel rotation. Your sensor came up with not on.
Oh. No, I think so. Try again.
There it goes.
Nope. Still off.
Turn too much. And down. Down more, go forward. Up.
Now,
You didn't go very
It's so crooked.
too much.
try closing. So I would try closing the way you had it.
At least I know if it doesn't.
Because it was like this. Try closing like that.
Oh.
Oh.
Maybe try to go around with forward. Yep, just threw the wheel into the air. I think it's throw the wheel. Yeah, I think we might have to grab it. Stop harming the wheel. We might
Nah,
have to grab it.
you can just drag it.
Oh yeah, I think.
No, last time I was able to just grab it like
try it the easy way first. Let's try it the simplest first. Try to get it.
Because then if you had to grab by the tail, you have to do that a little bit.
Yeah. Do you have the arm go down?
Yeah, I did. I didn't even have it like what.
Make sure your arm is plugged in too.
Go, 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 go.
Sometimes that unplugs. David is moving the table.
Okay,
Oh yeah, yeah. I would do that. Just like the way you have it.
Just,
Hold on.
just get it.
Just close your arms now.
Wait,
Watch.
you should, like,
Yeah. Move it a little bit farther forward. Close the arms. No, just like that, and then you can. No, watch. No, pull it back
Pull it back and then
and then turn.
turn while pulling it back.
Yeah.
yeah, that's good, right?
Yep.
You're right, tick.
Yeah, I think you're supposed to get those arms over, like the way you just did.
But I was able to just grab the whole whale last time.
What was it down?
Either that or let me see. You should be able to just do this. Look. 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 If it's lined up perfectly, you can just drive up.
Yeah, I've done that. I did that last time.
So you look guys, you have to have the arm like this.
That's like,
Look, Ethan,
that's like 6 seconds.
you have to have the arm like this,
Yeah.
so you can just drive up and then
Yeah, that's what we did. Oh. That's what we did.
you're not trying to clamp on it. Here.
People forward, people down.
When you guys are waiting on line, try to wait on that side so that way the camera can see your run. Yeah, just your arms open too much right there.
Yeah,
It's gotta.
like
Yeah.
a second less. I am, yeah. Second less. Or one second. 25.
Arms are opening too much.
Why did I just close it? Wait, you can go.
Yeah, then go stand on that side so you're not blocking the camera. There you go. Boom. Now you just turn left and take it.
Well, maybe.
Might need to go a little bit forward, but you could. I would just add in the code to go left.
Except they'll push the core out of the
Go.
spot.
No.
They'll probably push the core out of the spot.
Go left.
That way.
No, and it's gonna come loose.
And then measure from there so you have it. Add those last two in, and then you can just fix the straightening. You know what I mean?
When do you press up? Yeah, man.
Right there's good. Right in the front.
1,122 degrees. Oh, about 1,000. That is what we got. And the physics.
You just went a little too far forward,
Yeah.
but other than that, but I would just do your,
Yeah. Oh,
just add in your left and forward.
yeah. Too little. Too much.
Oh, I'm really kind of trying to see my drink. Time to see how this goes.
Yay.
There you go.
You got
Nice.
my tail.
I told you you should have added the before then. Why didn't you add it? Always just add it, because if it works, then you can go on the next. Now you waste a whole minute and a half, you know what I mean? It's all about time. How fast can you get stuff done?
Oh my god.
There you go.
If I turn it slightly.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, that's.
Yeah, that's full point right there. Just gotta maybe turn a little bit more, right?
Yeah, maybe like another 50.
So we're gonna go about 4 more minutes, and then we're gonna go on to the next section.
I need to open it.
Open a little tiny bit more, and then your turn is too much.
Yeah.
So 4 minutes, and we're gonna go on to the next section.
The next one is
Well, because what happens if the whale's not there, right? Because you're not going far enough forward. On your boat.
you need to just without timing.
That's Jalen. Even once it's messed up, you just start over. Okay? Don't try to manually put it on there.
Where is it? No, I fixed it once. Yeah,
Look,
not like you.
Your sensor's not. You gotta go further on that. There it is. Perfect.
Now I can look beyond me.
Yeah, you can look down there if you want. All right, last test. Then we're going on to the next.
Because if you start back. I could probably like back up to where the green. I could probably back up all the way to where the green is and turn it there.
You guys did it wrong.
Yeah.
All right, just save that for now. Change. You make your change, but we're gonna go. All right, go back to your seats. So you guys kind of already know what you got to do. from here, right? So what do you guys got in your top portion that I don't have so far? So we have our go forward, or sorry, we have our turn left, move straight. You guys lower your arm, right, for a certain amount of time. I don't know what the time is. What do you guys lower your arm for?
Me? Like
6?
0.6.
0.6.
Or 0.5.
Okay, and then from there, you have your move straight, right? Because you go straight after that, correct? And I'm just gonna put just random numbers in here. We're just gonna say 30. I assume you guys probably go like 500 or something like that.
Go over there.
To this is to go forward to the whale,
Yeah, put 491.
and then you guys got to turn left, correct?
Yeah.
So that would be a positive. For our turn block, we use positive speed to turn left. I'm just gonna estimate 180, right? And then you would have your last move straight to go to the reservoir, correct? So we have something that looks like this. I'm gonna say it's like 900 or something, right? Okay, but what if it's not there, right? So that's what this else is for, right? If it's not there, then we got to go on to our next whale watching thing, right? Correct?
Yeah.
So what we have to do is the only thing we would need is we just need to go, we need to move straight.
Wait, should it be line follow? Yeah, it should be line follow.
Oh yeah, you're right. So we need to use our line follow, correct? So we're gonna go ahead and grab our line follow, right? And then after we line follow, so we need to figure out what data we need to put in here, correct?
Yeah.
What do we need after our line follow?
We need a
So I'm gonna say, what speed do you guys use for your line follow?
50 to 40.
50 to 60. So I'll just put 50. Okay, if that's our speed. Well, we don't know the degrees yet. We need to go to the next one. We'll figure that out in a second. But then we want it to stop. But then what do I need next?
To measure the degrees.
Well, we need to measure the degrees, right? We're not going to do that right now. But okay, let's say we know what the degrees is here. What do we need after that?
We have to check if the whale's there.
How do I check if the whale's there?
If the distance is less, if else.
Use the if else, right? Because I still need an if else because I have 2 more stations to go to afterwards, right? So we're going to go into our control, go to if else, right?
Oh boy, here we go.
And we have to do the same thing again.
And we would basically, yes,
Except
so on our top, we're going to do the same thing, right? Checking if it's closer than 20. Then, what's the easiest way to find out what information is here? Would we do anything different if we're at the second station than the first?
No.
There's one thing we would do differently.
Go to reservoir.
Yeah. So what did you say, Jalen?
Go to reservoir.
Yeah, when you go to the reservoir, that one's going to be farther, right? So we can duplicate all this. Yes? Put it in here. Now, which one of these codes makes me go to the reservoir?
Or
Well, the turn, right after raise arm.
After raise arm.
You guys don't have raise
Oh, I don't have the raise arm in here, right? So I go lower arm, move straight. You don't have to raise your arm, right?
arm. No, sometimes it goes too much, so I have to raise it.
So which one of these makes me go back to the reservoir? I'm waiting for you guys to tell me. I'm not going to tell you.
Just copy and paste that.
So Colin asked, did I just copy and paste that?
Well, that turn was.
So let me ask you, can I copy and paste from the top?
Yes.
Why can I copy and
Because
paste?
there's no
No different.
Nothing is different, right? The only thing that is different is what on this?
Going to
the
reservoir.
turn and the distance to get to the.
Not even the turn, really. The turn's not different.
No, I mean the turn to go to the reserve.
The turn to go to the reserve's not different either.
But moving forward.
The move forward to the reservoir is different, right?
Yeah.
So which one of these codes is making me go to the reservoir, guys?
The last move. Last move.
This one? Okay, so you need to figure out the distance there, correct? And then the distance here. So you can estimate, right? I would line your robot up. So let's go back to our robot screen. Line your robot up on that first, where you think your robot stops. And then take your measurement. And then estimate, move the robot out, and then someone measurement from here to the reservoir, and then you have your two numbers and then test, and then you just fine tune it, right? Yes? You guys don't answer it.
About the same, about 1,100.
So you said it's about 1,100 for the line follow?
Yeah.
Yeah, 1,000.
Let's see how this will go. Wait, we're just gonna have if else on if else on if else on if else.
Yes.
Oh.
Precisely. But that didn't take us that long to do this one, right? Oh, you need to add your. So when you're testing, right, you want to add the stop, guys, in the if else.
Yeah,
Right, so that way, if it doesn't see that whale, your robot just stops, and then you're like, "Oh, what happened?" Right? Otherwise, it's not going to do it. You won't know if it's actually triggering or not. So the last thing, but guys, you can, and this is where I want you guys to get better at. You can also kind of put your robot in the position you think it's going to be and measure to the reservoir too. Might as well get that measurement in there and then test the whole thing, right?
I'm just gonna see where it comes up.
See, but you're wasting time though, like that. Like even though I mean, you're welcome to do it that way, but I would say I would just measure to the reservoir so you have that number, or at least use the 1,100 that you used on your line follow or whatever.
Okay, it just stops.
Where's the lock?
So
I think it might overshot.
yeah. So hold on. Oh, you messed up.
I think it overshot.
It probably did, but the way you know for sure is you need to stop it and go and see if your sensor is less than 20. You got what I'm saying? That's the way you would do it. You want to always make sure properly, right? When your robot's not performing the way it should, you have to say like, okay, why isn't it doing it? And then know for sure. Because what if your sensor was saying less than? Yeah, but you move your robot back. Your robot is here, and you move it back like that. So that's why I'm saying now you have to retest on the same thing because you didn't do your robot work that. So retest. It's not less than 20 now. So when your robot does something wrong, you have to look at where it's at and look at your sensors, all the stuff, and see why isn't it triggering. You know what I mean?
The lower stuff. Yep.
Make sure, Jalen, you're blocking the camera.
Once you burn it down for how many years? I did it. So that way you can
So you see how it hiccuped too on the first? That's how you know your thing's working. Just gotta go a little more forward. So now,
Yeah, I did put it in.
code, something's wrong in your code. So it's not your sensor that's messed up. That means your distance is good.
Oh, I know what happened.
Ah.
I put it to the wrong port. There we go. I should work now.
But you see why it's important to test from the same spot? Because if not, you would have been like, something's wrong with my sensor, right? I flinged it.
Yeah.
Because it's on a delay, so I could see.
I guess maybe I have to move forward a little bit. If when it turns, it's stronger.
Oh, yeah. Oh dear. The whale is dead.
Down goes the whale.
The whale is dead. Well, it's not dead. It's not out
Oh no, it's dead.
Oh no. No, the fin broke, so it can't swim right now.
So it's dead.
Oh yeah, it's in the ground because it
Wait,
stimulates oxygen.
it's dead.
It's probably gonna drown.
So maybe slow the turn down a little bit.
Yeah, like slow it down to like
The
30.
whale has died. Why is it so slow?
Because it's at 75% speed. So
Yeah.
crank that down to like 30.
You're turning your arm way more than you need to, Jalen. That's why the arm pops out.
And that's why it's breaking.
Yeah.
So you just
It shouldn't be going.
Because it never works. That's why.
What?
It never works.
Why? It worked when it went down, but
if
you.
I do 1 second, it's still too much. If I do 0.5, it's still too little. If I do 0.9,
Slow the
it's still
speed
too
down.
little.
Slow the
Never
speed.
works. Never works. Ugh.
Slow the speed down.
There's no speed.
Okay. And I guess you just have a robot that does not work.
Yeah.
It could probably work.
It just.
It
Wait,
might work.
Yeah.
Yeah, it will. Just gotta turn it a little bit more though, because you're gonna crash into that coral.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see, Colin. Uh-oh. There we go. Reposition your robot and finish the measurement. Alright?
I don't think this is wrong. There.
Like 600.
Okay, so you need to add 600 more to that. And you need to turn more, right?
Yeah, maybe like by like
Or a coral. The coral's on there.
Yeah. And by like another like.
Turn it in too much.
It never works.
You always say that, but it does work. Lower the amount of time. Lower it by 0.1 every time so you get it right.
7.
Faith in her. Oh no! Wheels! Yeah. It went 90 degrees.
Even though it's a 300 degree.
What?
Try to go a little bit further forward so that arm, because your arm's not getting around the tail. You want the arm around the outside of that tail.
Maybe by like another 50.
Yeah.
Oh my god, seriously? You guys haven't seen that. Oh my god.
Because you may find also later, like maybe it's more effective for you to turn all the way around and come line follow, you know what I mean?
This time it didn't turn it off. So
Alright, so you guys pretty much got it. It's scanning.
Not me.
I'll add one more. We'll work together on one more, and then you guys can finish. I want you guys to get this last section, okay?
I still haven't finished the second section.
Yeah, but you guys have the concept down, right?
So it's not turning enough, but it's turns too much and I took too much.
Turn too fast. Slow down there, turn. But it wouldn't have hit the coral though. All right. So we'll work on consistency on it, right? But you guys have the concept down. You know what I mean? That's the main thing.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. None of them are finished. They all didn't finish. So, okay. So we have here our second if else, right?
Yeah. We're gonna put another one.
Now, so let's say the robot is not, oh, I'm all walking over there. The robot doesn't scan it. There's nothing in the second section, right? Now we're going to put the whale in the third section.
Well, all we have to do is just turn one
Okay.
way.
So good. I already heard someone say, all you have to do from here is just turn around, right? So before we put our next if else, right, we need to move our stop out and make our robot turn. Oop. All right. And we're going to use a slow turn for this to make sure it turns properly, right? Which way do we want to turn, right or left?
Right.
So we're going to go negative, correct? Negative 30. And then how much on the degrees?
What's this 30?
Well, so we need to turn around 180 degrees, right? But how much degrees do we need to turn for a 90 degree turn? Someone tell me their setting.
390. I mean, yeah, 390.
So 390. So would it be safe to say we just double that?
Oh, no. Mine is 195 for 90 degree turn and 180 is 390.
Okay, so Ethan said 195 for a 90 degree turn.
Yeah.
So it's safe to say we double that for a 180, right? So what would that be total? 390, right? So we have spun around, and from there, our center should be in front of that robot, right? But we can always adjust and move forward or backwards after. So if you need to adjust, you would add like a forward, like a line follow forward. Oops. Dang, I'm on the wrong screen. We can add a line follow to move forward or backwards, right? A little bit. But
Why is this 30 now, not 50?
what we can do, so what's the next thing we have? So let's assume the sensors are right over the whale now. What do we need to add?
Well, to left?
No. We already turned right.
No, when we turn right, the sensor should be directly looking at the wheel.
So what do I need to add next?
To left,
No.
move forward.
No. What am I doing?
If,
I need to check if the whale's there, right?
yeah.
How do I check if the whale's there?
If else.
If then else, right? Because we do have one more whale at the end.
Yeah.
So we would go, oops, sorry. Control. If then else. Okay. Should it still be less than 20?
No. Yeah.
Yes, right? From our knowledge so far, right? So we're going to go less than 20.
Oh, we can't copy.
Yeah. Now, we can copy and paste, but what's the main difference?
A different side.
Yeah.
Turn different.
Right.
So we would turn right. Actually,
180 is on this side.
we would still turn left, wouldn't we?
Turn left again.
To go get the whale, you
Yeah,
would.
we would still turn.
So everything would still be the same. The reservoir turn would be the same. Yes, good. So we can copy here, right? Put that in. All that would be the same. The only difference would be which turn,
The go to reservoir.
which would be this one here, right?
Yeah.
So instead of positive 50, we go negative, right? And then can I use my same degree measurements that I had earlier?
Yeah.
Yeah, right? I can. So what did you guys have for here?
I don't have. 2,300.
2,300. Okay. And then up here would be 2,300. And I can actually do the last one now, right? Because now my last else, if there's nothing in the third one, then it has to be in the last one, correct? So then I could just make my line, do all one. I don't have to do another if else, right? So I would just, how would I solve the last one?
Well, just you gotta go forward.
So
Well,
yeah, we would have to, we would have to line follow. So let's stop. Let's put a stop in here. You would actually just do the line follow at the end, right? To go to the next one, and then use the same code, right?
Yeah.
But you want to see, the first thing you really need to test is make sure the turn that you have here, that your robot is actually straight, like facing straight on the line. That's why you want to turn slow on this one, because you're doing a full rotation, right? So let's go back to our robot cam here. Well, the most important part of this test is making sure that you turn slowly, so that way you know that that robot is straight on this line. Does that make sense? After that, you can just copy paste in your last else and then finish off the last test.
USB not recognized. What?
Ooh.
When I said to re-plug it, then I had that problem. Oh.
Jalen, what are you doing?
Wait, Dad, it wouldn't, this way it wouldn't be directly on. So
Okay.
I have to go backwards.
Okay, so well, let's see. Let's see what happens. That's why we test.
I don't know.
What you would want to do. So hold on. There's a couple different ways we can fix it, right? You move backwards, but there's a better way.
Moving forward, more forward.
Move forward before you do your turn, right? Yeah.
Because it'd be
that's-
more efficient.
Yeah. So you just need to know how far forward you need to go. Well, you probably broke the motor because you pressed it so hard. Jalen, let him test real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's test here. You also need a little more on your turn,
Yeah.
but just see how far backwards you need to go, and that'll be your forward, right? I don't have it set up. Here, I'll come from this side. So reverse it. You want to reverse until this is. The wheel's not spinning. So actually, you can add in the move forward 360.
Yeah.
See what happens.
So before you turn, you want to line follow 360. Oh, you're only doing half or not.
No.
Line follow forward 360.
I need to increase that turn to like 50.
Yeah. So yeah, before you do the turn, you're gonna want to add the line follow 360.
Well, my turn works is how I need to go back.
How come you had that little forward?
What?
How come you went you went forward, turn, and then it went forward again before?
Oh, yeah, I'll go sleep.
Yeah, check your code. Because I don't think you needed that forward.
Yeah. And the turn was off again. It overturned.
Yeah, it definitely activated though,
Yeah.
which was good.
Nope.
I went too far.
Gonna go forward.
No, it's.
Well, you could turn and then just line follow from there. Yours is actually good. Before you go into scanning, I would just add the line follow. After your turn, add a line follow for like however little you need a line follow to go forward.
Can't I just reduce the first line follow?
Yeah, either way.
I knocked it with. And did with it.
The way it was hit.
Yeah. I stepped. I mean, after it rolled. I didn't raise
Can't see, Colin.
Still not enough.
It's actually not far enough forward now.
Not far enough forward?
It looked like your sensor was too far that way.
Yeah, so I'm dropping the degrees.
Oh, got it.
Down to like 200 now.
Did somebody unplug the camera?
Huh?
No.
The camera stopped working.
Thank you. Send it. Yes. Go in.
Got it?
There we go. Yeah.
That's weird. You bet
I'm
you.
gonna go again because the turn was like really, really weird. So I want to make sure.
Not the robot.
Whoa.
Not the
I
robot.
got the.
Was that yours, Colin?
No.
I said that was super cool.
You can jump, it's fine, not because I'm the only one. Weird color.
Stuff.
Well, yeah,
It's got really weird colors.
Going backwards more good.
Stuff is looking good so far. Nice.
How is it not seeing it?
I don't know. Did you do
How?
How?
Check the measurement on the sensor. Make sure the sensor's good.
I think I know what happened.
You should always check the sensor.
Yeah, I forgot to change
The-
the sensor.
the port?
ports.
Oh. It's still
No,
green.
no, I think before that.
Oh.
No, it's that four.
And because it automatically, like when it takes it from here is 4.
You can change it so it's automatically 3.
Really?
Yeah.
So I just changed that one to the one right here.
The one is. If you can change the number.
Can't see, Colin. Can't see. You're blocking the camera.
How do you know?
Oh.
Really?
Yeah, there's a lot of screens.
That's good though. He's champion of the whale. He just needs to add a little tiny bit more on that turn and then do the fourth one. Finish off the fourth one.
Nope, too much forward. I get it. And
You gotta stop your.
I broke the code.
Next time you have to stand over here and stop your robot because you get deductions for pushing things everywhere. Yes, you get deducted a lot of points. Or you can get deducted.
Why didn't we do 4 to 9 Why do I smell hot chocolate?
No, I'm just putting the new time for. I'm just standing here because I'm putting the new time for chat.
Yes! Oh, you still got
It's still too far forward.
Still got back for work.
I need to drop it back another 100.
If it's broken, you might. If it's frozen, you have to reset it.
I can't. Whoever at first it doesn't.
Yeah, it's frozen. I'll reset it. Come here. Come here. It's gonna take like a minute to reset. It's not a quick.
You didn't see me. Your spine was.
Here.
Your turn,
I was supposed to reset it.
okay. Why do you go back?
There you go. Nice. You need a little more on that turn.
I need to adjust the turn. I haven't adjusted the turn yet. Maybe like another 100. I actually got that perfectly. We have to wait like this. Like, hey, that'll do. Funny enough, I'm not doing the best on the whale, but I have the most garbage still.
Oh, a little further. You gotta take a measurement. See how much farther.
Robot crash.
Looks like Ethan's gonna finish the whale today, gentlemen. They call him Ethan Schmeathan.
Why does his name keep changing?
That's actually his real name. It changes.
So does it?
Yeah. I saw his birth certificate. He has like
Your
7
name
of them.
changes?
Says Ethan Schmeathan, Mo Ethan, Banana Pineapple Ethan. I'm like, why do you have the longest name of all time, Ethan?
That's not really the longest name.
No, stop the robot. Yes.
Oh,
You killed the whale.
I broke the whale.
Stop the robot.
I killed the whale. I broke it.
And you and you got deductions. Hurrah.
I'm breaking the whale. Well, I didn't really.
Ethan,
I built it.
You know you could have just okay.
This is easy.
It's actually not. Okay.
It actually is.
I can show you an even quicker way.
Just rebuild it.
You could just like pop this off and just insert it like this.
Yeah, that was harder. That's the hardest way.
It's not.
Yes, it is.
It's like it before.
Duh.
It's not really that hard if you played Lego for like 3 or 4 years.
I can't play Lego since I was 6. Yeah, moved it. The top 3 points. And turn 1. Unless you figure out turn 1. It could work.
Is that yours, Ethan, or no?
That's mine.
Move the whale to the 4th position for Ethan, the champion of today's challenge.
It's not here.
Everyone, this is Ethan. He's the champion. Everyone, this is Colin.
If he's a champion,
No
what's
longer
his
champion. He's only champion of the recycling pieces.
Like, if he's a champion, what's his trophies?
I got
Oh, it's right there in that.
You want me to read my 3 Super Bowl trophies?
Oh,
No, take it.
getting competitive over here now.
I still have trophies.
There you go. There you go, Ethan. Oh, he got it. He's got the 4. Oh!
No!
Oh!
No!
He needed us back up more.
If I didn't broke the way. No.
Want to show your dad before you back up?
Yeah.
You should be able to move that wheel anywhere, right? Go on in. Ethan's the champion of today's challenge.
Uh-oh. What was the challenge?
So we worked through the whale so that they could solve it and then
Well, at least I know
Okay.
it would
So,
push it. It can push
when they started, they didn't have anything, and now they got, Ethan has all four.
Go.
I just have. pretty
Ethan,
much-
why don't you run it over here?
He's making one final change to the
Oh,
boat,
okay.
yeah.
Little by little, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they get close to getting it all, or?
So after today, I told them they have everything they need to solve the whole map.
Okay.
So I think I told them the next 2 weeks, they'll be working on their own, like their own strategy, how they want to solve it.
Yeah.
And then we'll have a showcase for the parents, and they'll do like a little tournament here
Oh, okay.
in preparation for the online thing. And then once we do the online competition, we'll transition to like, okay, like now it's time to like get ready for nationals and stuff. There'll be more direct. We'll work together on a strategy with them, but I want to be more direct. Like this is how I want you to
Sure, sure.
how I think it's going to be the fastest.
Okay. At that point, it's
Yes.
it's a race.
Go, 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 go.
Is somebody doing a stopwatch?
Yeah, because like this, they'll do great. Like in locals, they'll do
That's
great
not-
at
I don't-
the
I didn't
school
like-
competition, regionals.
Yeah.
But if they go to nationals,
I didn't like
they won't struggle, but they'll be like very middle of the pack. You
Yeah,
know,
I
like
gotcha.
to be like the top like 10.
Yeah, that's hard. I gotcha.
Yeah, we're
And
not,
I suppose it's not as simple as just speeding up the wheels.
no, like, it's gonna have to be something to where like they're able to like not even really scan, but they have the bill where like just sucks all the pieces up and then spits them out at the end.
Got it.
Like all in one go. But like they're checking individually right now. So.
Oh, maybe make one of those kind of builds. That reminds me of the World War IV build. Oh, it's cool.
I am one step
Double
closer.
points, it's not broken, right?
Yeah.
Nope.
I think you just, I don't even think you need to open your arm at the end, you just back up and it'll come out, yeah.
Oh my
Wow, now
goodness.
you're nervous now all of a sudden.
Peter's gonna be unhappy with me.
Yeah.
Wheel destruction.
No easier way to get rid of this. It's just a
So when you run it, now like the true test now, actually we haven't even tested like this, is now you let your dad pick which station he wants to put it at, right? And then you run it.
Funny enough, my dad might be watching the stream.
Yeah. I got live stream in the private
Oh, you're doing it right now?
in the private group, yeah. So
So
yeah, if you ever
I
Facebook.
was watching
I
it.
don't. Well, I have, but
Well, if you ever have like just to join the private group, every now and then like while they're practicing, I'll live stream it so you can always like check you can go. I do it a lot too, like because there's other coaches that are like new,
Yeah.
starting, and they're like, I don't know
What
what
am I
to
doing?
do.
Oh,
So like I'll show them how.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
do it, you know.
okay. That's cool. Like local guys.
Yeah. No, some people from like wherever, like all over the country.
Oh, just in the engineering league.
Yeah, just in our
Yeah.
SRO.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you also got
Good
it.
job. Good job. So yeah, now when he goes, the way they do it in competition is he sets it up, right? And then he doesn't know where it's gonna be, so like you would just say, yeah, he set up, like you just put it.
Are they gonna do the?
They actually do know. So the thing is like at competition they would quarantine their robots. So he has only one. He can only have one code on it. So that way he can't like go to the table and pick like, oh, it's on
I
page
see,
4.
I see.
So he has to
They'll
have.
be watching.
Well, yeah. Well, when he quarantine, they check to make sure you only
Yes,
have one
yes,
code.
yes, 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 yes.
And so when they call him up, he goes to the quarantine table where the ref's at and brings his robot up. And when he comes up, the board's set up to how
I
it's
see.
supposed to be.
Gotcha.
So go ahead. Yeah, you should be able to pick anywhere.
Are they gonna like mix it? using
Could it be-
both
it's
the
gotta be-
apps?
So it's gotta be in
Boxes.
one of these circles facing that way, yeah.
I see. Alright, Ethan. See what you got.
Is it gonna be randomized via the coin?
Yeah, so it's a coin flip.
So what is the sensor on the
Yeah,
side?
it's on that side, the little eyeballs right there.
The little eyes.
Nice. Got lucky, it stayed in there.
Yeah, they gotta clean it up and like some consistency
Yeah.
stuff, but
Yeah,
they got the gist of it.
it's cool.
There you go.
Alright.
Cool.
Were you more nervous when he put it wherever?
Good job.
Huh?
Not really, since we already did all of them already.
Well, you're the only one that did all of them.
Yeah.
We still have to check it out. And I might try to finish the garbage if I stay longer.
Okay, when it turns there, it's sensitive.
Yeah.
And he grabbed it a different way.
Yeah.
He like clamps down on it versus going
Yeah.
like this.
So they all get used to like how their arms work. So like his arm is a little like glitchy. So like his to be more consistent, he has to grab it like that.
Got it.
So
Interesting. And you give them the freedom to kind of choose how they, or
yeah, I mean just from using their robot, but like so we'll go over like together like hey like the if else strategies like that's the basic how you have to scan.
yeah.
But they like hey you guys can do it any way you want. Like the way they turn to go to the reservoir, that's on them.
Right.
How they grab the robot is on, or how they grab the wheel is on them.
Yeah. There's like parameters, and you say within those you do whatever you want.
Yeah.
This is the parameters.
Yeah, so for like instance with the little recycling things,
Yeah.
like the only thing that we've given them really is like showing them how to create like a more steady move straight code, more stable turns for their turns, so that it's a little more consistent. Other than that, I told them basically the map is straight and 90-degree turns, right? So you guys know how to do it, you guys just gotta do it.
Right.
And so little by little, we get better.
What is
With this, it was same thing. It's just like, hey, you guys want to move straight, you know how to turn right to get on the line. You know how to line follow, right?
Yeah.
Well, the thing we have to do is we work through the first one. And okay, how do I use my sensor? That's there. And then, you know, most of them are experienced. So like, oh, you're going to use the if else, right? Okay, cool. So if it's there, what do you need to do?
Right.
So we built the first one out kind of together, like they were telling me, this is what you need to do, this is what you need to do. And they took the measurement. And I said, okay, when we go on to the next one, what do we got to do? And then they noticed like, oh, it's actually basically the same thing, you can just copy paste.
Yeah.
The only difference on this side, all the same, just when they turn to go to the reservoir, it's opposite.
Yeah. Really nice problem solving here. That's cool.
And so, and all their robots are gonna be performing a little different, so yeah, they're all gonna kind of have their own unique way to.
Right,
to solve it.
routing.
Yeah.
So when is their first competition?
March 25th.
March 25th.
Yeah, but
Is
it's
that
gonna be
around-
here, it's gonna be an online scrimmage, so we'll set them up here.
Oh, here.
Yeah, and it'll be a camera like this, and then they'll be on Zoom, they're like.
Are they competing against themselves or somebody, some other group of
Teams
kids?
from all over the country.
Oh, I see. But it's all,
It's all through Zoom, yeah.
oh, okay, they're not, there's no kids in the room here.
No kids in the room, and then in April, they'll have live competition here in that area.
Okay.
There'll be kids from other schools coming out.
In that building right there? Oh, cool.
Yeah, so all their competition, we try to bring them as much here
Yeah.
as possible. And then in June, that'll be in Montana.
And how many kids go to that?
Yeah.
Depending, like their division will probably, well, I see, their division will probably have about 50 teams.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's in June?
Yeah,
Okay.
so there's already 25 signed up.
Yeah, okay.
And so not counting these guys.
Yeah.
Not counting all the schools yet.
Right,
Yeah,
okay.
so,
It's gonna be a lot.
yeah, like, one of the schools, Southridge, they got 75 teams, but they're not all gonna compete, so only like.
75 teams?
Yeah,
Southridge and Fontana?
yeah. So, their teams, they're gonna do class competitions, cause they have like, it's a class that they do for the.
I see.
And so their top 3 teams out of each class will
Got it.
yeah.
Cool.
What? Southridge Tech has that many teams?
Have 15 teams for every period. Cause they got, think about it, they got 30 kids per class, 2 per team. So they have 15 robots.
And that's a lot of kids.
What are you adjusting, bud?
Just like different turn stuff.
Different turns?
Yeah.
Well, that was a lot better now because it's the way it ended up.
Try to make it so that it's not, it want it like in the middle, so if it doesn't, something happens, want it in the middle, so
Yeah, I
it's
get what
room to mess up.
But see how this will.
Yeah, you wanna drop it closer to the far corner, right, in case
Yeah.
you hook him by accident.
Yeah.
So the main thing too, just remember like after you drop it off,
Yeah.
the next thing, right, is you gotta get back on this line straight somehow so you can go into your recycling.
Probably like light follow.
Yeah. You can actually, so I would, you know, you can use the walls too, because you're flat. Oh no, your cables might.
Actually, it'd be pretty interesting. I could start doing the
Yeah, go ahead and pack up and then we'll.
Okay, I just have one more test.
Okay.
They can probably start off the code by going to the whales first and then do margin.
You have the third wheel, right?
I don't know. But, oh, shoot. Well,
Oh, you're trying to fix that.
yeah, because it doesn't get to where it needs to be.
If not too, so we stream it on Facebook and YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Also, yeah, so it's on our YouTube channel is US Engineering News.
Okay.
Oh.
Ooh.
No. What happened?
We don't always do it, but sometimes. Majority of the time we try, like
I'll
especially
find
if
your page and subscribe.
yeah, especially if the kids are doing a lot of testing like this, then we'll definitely stream for them. When we get into their like conference, like their or national type of thing, we won't stream.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because people are gonna see this and they're gonna use
Yeah.
the idea.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Start cheating.
So you gotta have like a top secret one that you
Right.
use. This is good for them to practice, because by the time we do that, it's gonna be something similar, but they already know the close, so it'll be a lot, they'll be able to do it in like a week.
Yeah.
We're gonna be using a different thing after this.
Yeah. But the, probably the spike, because that's the one we'll compete with.
No, we're gonna confuse like.
Yeah.
Or we're still gonna compete with EV3.
We'll compete with this for locals and all this stuff.
We're still gonna use EV3 for
We gotta do like,
Yeah, EV3 is still for
like the other teams when they were competing in RoboSports and they had their robots that they used for like local qualifiers, and then when they went to Worlds they had the secret robots. So because like at their like national qualifiers, so some teams are really really good and other teams are like scout like, oh, what's their robot doing?
Yeah.
Because at like a national championship it's live streamed, so you can see like all the top
that's
robots,
good.
right? And then you can
What
go
their
back.
strategies are.
Yeah, and you can be like, we gotta beat that one.
Yeah, you can cheat real quick.
So yeah, so I got a buddy that he's cool. He taught me a lot, but he did that like at the nationals. He used their second best robot, and he's like, we didn't use our champion robot, and they still won the nationals, and then they went to worlds, but then they got second.
Wow, that's awesome.
But yeah,
Right,
he was like, I didn't want to use our top robot because I knew the other
Wait,
teams didn't
you
know.
got third.
Oh,
So
but
you
they
guys
don't
share
know.
ideas.
Malaysia got second. Japan got
Yes,
second. Japan got
got there, yeah.
in RoboSports.
That's what the Malaysia team is like.
I gotta double check the scoreboard.
You're working hard though.
The top 5 teams, they're all like crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I see him just like sitting at the board for like the whole time that there's.
Well, we'd be there and we're like, let's go eat.
Yeah.
We're like eating, but they're like not eating. They're
No,
like
I'm still
here.
working.
I'm like, dude.
I'm sure they're working throughout the night in their head or
Oh
something.
yeah, no doubt. Ooh, double coral.
When they go to call over now,
But looking good. All right, so you guys got 4 practices to solve the whole map. Now, you guys should be able to. There's no reason why you guys shouldn't be able to do that.
Well, I have 3 out of 4.
Cool. Well, thank you.
Yep.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, no
See you
worries.
guys.
See you
Bye.
guys.
See you next week. Yep.
I wanna finish this week.
Yeah, finish.
Cause I don't wanna leave it for next week. It's kind of pointless.
I got under his competitive bug. So I was like, Ethan's the champion today. And he was like, I'm the sumo bot champion. I was like, I'm just kidding.
The sumo ball champion, but you're not doing the sumo ball right
Yeah.
now. So,
No.
But you got the recycling.
Yeah,
You're
you still have all